Hello, welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and this is the first of our journal monthly for February. Now, I did warn you at the end of the January series that I was going to be doing the typical Valentine's type for journal for February. So I have got walnut stain distress oxide, I've got fired brick distress oxide, and I have got faded jeans. They are my three colours, and the reason they are my three colours is because I am going to be working with this simple kit by Simple, because she called it Simple, but I can't remember the full name. I will list it below, and you'll see there's this torn tatty paint, there's the red hearts, and then there's the rust. So they're my three colours. As I say, I will list the kit below in case you want to use it, and I've double printed mine with the lace and fabric freebies that Tracy had in her Ko-fi shop during January. Okay, so I've got double-sided pages. Now obviously you don't have to buy this kit, you can use any kit you want, and therefore you will match up your colours accordingly. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kit pages. Okay, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coffee dyed papers. This is the folder that's got the bits and pieces we've made so far, and I've also got a piece of fabric. This is calico, which you can see I've gridded up, and I'll explain that to you later. And I've also got my watercolour pencils, but you don't need them. You know, you don't have to go down that route. You can easily adapt this to suit yourself. But today what I want to do is I want to get my cover ready, and I want to get all my items blended. So I've got all this red fabric left from the Roxy's Journal Stitchery. So obviously the red is going to tie in, but then I've also got various bits of white. Now I love this, so I'm going to do that. I've got this odd piece of white linen, I'm going to use that and that. So these are literal scraps I've got. You do not need to grab fabric to do this. If you don't have fabric scraps, you don't need them, because what I will do is when I've done this, I will put for free in my Ko-fi shop images of these, so you can use paper versions. Okay, so we're going to dye them in to match. I've also got some doilies there. Now, this is a new packet, but it was just part of a Christmas box that I was given, so I haven't rushed out and bought them for this at all. I'm just remembering there's more bits under there. There you go. Okay, so that's all my fabrics, and I'm going to pull out a couple of doilies. Oh, I thought there was a fold over, but it's obviously just been heat seamed. Right, so nothing new, no rocket science. This is something that I'm sure you have seen done many times before. Okay, I'm going to dye all of these using these inks and water. So I'm going to start off with the palest colour, which is probably the faded jeans, and I'm going to divide this lot up. So we've got blue, blue, red, brown, red, blue, brown, blue. I don't want to do too much red because obviously I've already got red, quite a lot of red from the Roxy's challenge. That can be blue, and then I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3 napkins, not napkins, doilies. 1, 2, 3. So I've got my little piles, okay. One, 2, 3. Okay, and I've got this beautiful piece, and I worked out that this will wrap all the way round now, but we obviously only want half of it. We don't want to waste it, so I'm going to cut it in half like that, and then just rip it all the way down to the lace the other side. That one I'm going to keep for something else. That's not even supposed to be here. And this one I'm going to use. And this is going to be my main cover. Okay, so we'll get, and I think this is going in the blue pile. Maybe blue and brown. We'll see. Right, so get my cover out the way because I'll come back to that because I know there are a couple of you. Right, so that's my blue. No, that's my red. Put the red up there with that so we don't forget. This is my brown. That goes up there. And then this is my blue. We're doing the blue first. Sorry, what was I saying? Totally gone. Totally forgot what I was saying. So, I'm going to get my blue ink. And I'm going to run my pad all over my glass, and then I'm going to get plenty of water in here. I want this to be very, very wet, so that I've created myself an ink dye. Okay, and I'm just going to start by popping these in, lifting them out, dripping them off and laying them to dry. Okay, the quicker you lift them out, the less floppy they are. I need to get, what I didn't do is I need to get a bag for my floor so that I can put these things on the floor next to me. So there's my bag on the floor, and then I can pick them off of here and put them on my floor bag to dry. So we're starting off with a right old mess today. I felt like today was messy day. Okay, we're going to put the envelope in as well. We want it, you know, bits and pieces, so that's fine. And just give it a good shake off and pop it on our bag to dry. Now obviously all of these are different fabrics, so they're all going to dye at different rates, which is where you get your blending. Okay, and then just spread that around, get rid of all that white, and I'm just, look, covered. But we don't mind that. We don't mind that at all. And again, I don't mind if we have white bits. White bits are fine by me. Now, when you get to this point where you're technically running out of dye, don't forget, mop up your plastic. You'll be surprised how much is on your protective sheet. As I say, if you haven't got fabrics, that's absolutely fine, because I will put these, I will scan some and I will put them in my toe feet for you. Okay, this one. And then if you use the next piece as a mop-up cloth, you'll pick up all that excess that is on your paper. And then this is dry, because you shouldn't really put this into water. We can go again. Okay, so you can set yourself up and you can have a fantastic messy time. It's so much fun doing this. And again, I've dried off my glass. This is just an old glass mat. If you've been here a while, you'll have seen this many times. This, I think, came from Asda originally. I used to have them in my soap shop. We used to display the soaps on them. So there we go. Get this in and then get some more water on there. Okay. Now look, you can see already how the difference in the fabrics has picked up different colours. There's purpley bits in this, but then there's also like greeny bits on the outside. Okay, we've got two more. Oops, nearly smashed the glass then, didn't I? Sorry if that made you all jump. Right. Now this time, I'm going just down that side, because in a minute I want to put brown on the other side. Okay, make it nice and wet. Obviously, if you don't want grungy hands like I've got, then you can put some gloves on or something. And then we've got this little tiny bit of lace. Okay, we've got that one as well. And this is how we blend everything together. So, just gonna dry that off, clear up my mat, my bag. Okay, we've got various bits of blue now on this, and then we're going to put blue down that side. See the different colours? And we're going to put walnut stain down that side. We're going to mix them all in together, and then we're just going to mix this all up. So, grunge is your thing. You're probably going to love this. Getting nice and messy and having some fun. Okay. Right. And we're going again. More blue. More brown. More water. Just keep repeating the process. And I'm going to do this for all three colours. Okay, now. how beautiful that now looks. Okay, got some brown on that bit of lace. We've got blue on the middle piece. We've got some white areas still. That is just going to be beautiful. So, although I'm doing hearts, as you can see, right, that's blue done. I'm also going for the grunge. So, grungy hearts maybe, rusty hearts, whatever. All inspired by that lovely kit of Tracie Fox's. And this is where you get to make these kits your own, because yes, you've got the kit and you know hundreds of other people have got the kit, but what you do with it is what makes it unique to you. So we've got a little bit of lace here. Okay, that's that. And then we've got, oh, some broad air anglaise. Going to pick up all that brown. There might even be a little bit of blue left out there. That's fine, because they're all going in together. That's why we're blending all our colours at the same time. Doing it all at the same time means it's all going to be the same. Okay, this one I want blue and brown again, so I'm going to do the same, half and half. Plenty of water. I'm going to make this super wet, and then we're going to pop it down, pick it up, pop it down, and make it super wet. Pick this up, mop up everything that we've put on it. There we go. And then we've got another lovely grungy rusty one. Okay, so then the last bit for this process is going to be these red ones. So we'll bring these down here. This is the fire brick red. Right, so napkin first of all. Well, I've just dropped that on the floor. Be in trouble with hubby. Down on the floor now. And where I'm overlaying these on my bag, because obviously my bag wasn't really big enough to take everything, we're going to get other colours all mingling in together. Right, mop it up. For that, we've got colour in there and non-colour in there. And then look at the state of my hands. The last one is these bits of lace. So I'll put these in. This is where a squeezy bottle is absolutely your best friend doing this. Look at that. So we've got mixed colour running through there, and then I'm going to mop up my plastic with this bit. There we go. We've got different levels of red and brown on there. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and run and try and scrub my hands a little bit cleaner, and I'll be back for the next part. Okay, as you can see, it's not properly gone, but it has gone sufficient enough that I know they're clean and it's not going to rub off on anything. Okay, so I've got this box. I mean, obviously you could use any box you like, although I know there are a few of you that have done a giant first cover to go through the whole year. Now this one is 5 3/4 by just over 7, in case you wanted to know. Now I'm going to do something different with this month's journal, or should I say this month's signature, because what we are going to do is, where's my glued over flap, that side, there we go. Now normally what you would do at this point is you would cut off all these extra flaps. Well, yep, we're going to do that. So and line it up just under the fold lines, and trim all those excess pieces off. I'm going to take the glue line off, the one where it was glued down. So this is like one of the sides of the boxes of the box. And then gonna take all of these flaps off again, and then we're gonna take off the little tab that was bent round for the glue. Now, normally what you would do now is you would look to decorate your box as your journal cover, and this would be your spine where you attached your papers. Now, and then you would open it out and you would have your book inside. Now I'm going to do that, but I'm going to attach my papers in a different way, because normally you would line these up and go, oh, it's too tall, we need to trim it. Well, yeah, you can still trim it if you want to. I'm not going to, I don't mind the overhang, to be honest. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hole cutter, I'm going to line all of these pages up. You can see I've got little holes there already. That was where I was doing a little test run. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hole punch all the way in and press. So all the way in its mouth. What's happened here? All the way in its mouth, and press and slide along, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I've got 3 big holes, yeah, and then I'm going to do exactly the same to this. I want to make sure that obviously they're going to line up. So we've got 1, 2, 3. They're all lined up. And the reason I've done that now is because I wanted you to see that what I'm going to do is, instead of doing the normal fold it in half and stitch it, I want this to be a wrap journal. And in order for it to be a wrap journal, I'm going to take my 3 pages, my 3 holes that I've already punched, I'm going to find the middle of that spine. Now, I think the middle is that point there, over a little bit. If you want to measure it, measure it. So mine is 2 1/4. So this will, the centre will be 1 1/8, which is there. Okay. So do a little pencil line all the way down there. Okay. And the reason I'm showing you this today without decorating the cover is because I know that a lot of you like to work ahead. So now, because I've got my holes in here, just spend a little minute getting it straight. You can actually see the pencil line that we've drawn. Or at least you can if you get your line straight. There we go. So then I'm going to do a little pencil circle around the inside of my holes. Now you can see that this one is all the way over there, so obviously didn't get that in the same place, but that doesn't matter because, well, it doesn't matter to me, and the reason it doesn't matter is because I want this to be a shabby, rusty, messy heart wrap journal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix these. Look, there's my hole, there's my hole, there's my hole. I'll fix them all there using a normal 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but it's not been folded in half, and it's not been folded in half because it's just going to wrap like that. It's going to wrap inside. Yeah, does that make sense? I hope so. But if it doesn't, it will make more sense as we go along. Okay. So now I need to decorate this. I want that lovely blue and grey grungy cover, this one, to be my cover. Okay. That is going to go on there. But obviously it's wet, so I need that to dry, and we got a week for it to dry, which is fine. But obviously on this side I don't want to see that. I want that to have a paler, less intrusive colour underneath what we're doing. So I'm just going to take 2 coffee dyed sheets of A4 paper. I'm going to cover my box with glue stick. I've done all of this side and about half of that. I'm going to pop that down like so. I did come all the way to there. So now I'm just going to do the rest, and I'm going to put that down there like that. Okay. Now you can use your scissors and cut off your corners. And obviously I need a bit more here, so I'm going to overlap a little bit, come to here, put my other sheet on because I did bring 2 over. and stick that down on there. And then I'm going to bring Stanley in and tear off that piece that can be used for something else. Cut off my triangle. Cut off my triangle. And then we'll give this paper a bit of memory. Bring that over. Bring this round. Bring this round. And the last side. And then I'm just going to glue. So we're going to glue the long side first. And we're going to bring that over. Stick it down. That bit's got no glue because it's paper on paper. And then flip it round. And bring that one. I always like to do my long sides first. Okay. Then the short side. Bring that over. Make sure our corners are nicely pressed down. And then the last one. Okay. And now we are ready for our fabric to go on there and not look wrong because the red is coming through from the other side. Okay, there you go. That one and that one. And we've got this lovely coffee dyed base. Okay, now you want to choose something to do on your inside. You could carry on and do coffee dyed paper again if you wanted to, or obviously you could choose a paper from your kit, whatever it is you want to line your inside. There you go. So I will see you next Friday when all my fabrics and papers are dried and we can start looking more into what we're going to do to make this wraparound journal. Okay, so you see, just literally wrap it round, and it won't sit like that because obviously it will be fixed at the back, but it is going to sit in there. Okay, stay safe. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next week for part 2. Ta-ta for now.